Hey yo, Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar got companies out here scared. Oh, we out here. How's it going, out through Savage community and YouTube? It's your boy J Tom Reactions. We're here on a motherfucking Tuesday. Oh shit. Yeah, we're out here. So apparently your boy Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar got companies out here scared. So apparently Def Jam dropped the Clipse and Pusha T when they found out that Kendrick Lamar was gonna be on a song with Pusha T. They got dropped because these two are the boogeymen. These two know too much in hip hop. I got fantastic hip hop today. He's gonna tell us what it is. But before we do that, go ahead and all the people in the back, yes you, yes I'm talking to you. Go ahead and just subscribe. Just do that. All right. My bad. Go ahead and subscribe. Just do that. Also, go ahead, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the video. All right. And also, go ahead and hit that noti bell wherever the fuck it is. Hit that like button as well, so more people like yourselves can find the video. All right, man. Let's get this shit started right now. Let's go.
Now, when it comes to Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T, well, if you are ready to get the biggest hip hop collaboration that we have seen in years and just watch the rap game be in shambles over two MCs coming together like never before, be sure to leave a like and subscribe because after what Pusha T just told us,
Hey, y'all, go after the video. If you guys want to see this uninterrupted, go ahead and go to Fantastic Hip Hop's page and subscribe to his page. Let's go. Also, like the video. Let's go.
things have never looked more exciting in rap for the next month or so because after so much speculation and specifically questions around if Kendrick Lamar was going to be a feature on the upcoming Clipse album, well, Pusha T and Malice just sat down with GQ for a huge interview where they have revealed so much, and over everything else, they have told us how scared the music industry truly is over seeing the two boogeymen of the rap game just come together and send a message like no other two rappers in this era could possibly do. And now, as over everything else we now know, that Kendrick Lamar linked up with the best MCs that he possibly could, and is ready to get more competitive with them to the point that the entire industry is crashing out about this. Really, before we go any further into why the industry is so scared of Kendrick and Push coming together, and how Drake has already been embarrassed pretty bad by Push just speaking here, leave that like if you have not already so all of hip hop can see how important this.
So apparently, okay, like I said in the beginning of the video, apparently Def Jam dropped Pusha T and Malice, which they're the Clips, and they also dropped Pusha T as a solo artist because they wanted Kendrick Lamar to censor his verse. Kendrick Lamar refused, and so did Pusha T, and they want no part of that verse. They want no part of Pusha T, and basically because Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T have been Drake's ops. They don't want to be in another lawsuit. Do you guys understand how anti-hip hop Drake is? How long are we going to keep doing this shit? How long are we going to continue talking about this shit? How long are other artists going to suffer? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I am talking about and what I have been talking about. Drake is anti-hip hop. In hip hop, there's the Antichrist, and then there's the anti-hip hop, which is Drake. You do not allow these motherfuckers to continue being in hip hop. You don't. People are scared to even say Drake's name. What the fuck? They don't want to be on another fucking lawsuit. Do y'all understand how anti-hip hop that is? Let's continue, man. Let's go.
This moment is going to be. And now, with that said, when it comes to Pusha T, Kendrick Lamar, and everything else, we may have just gotten the most important interview we have from a rapper all year, because with everything that Pusha and Malice told us here, well, they were not like most rappers when they do these interviews in this era and just speak in riddles or just do nothing whatsoever and waste our time. But in typical fashion, Push and Malice got right to it and told us some very important info, which is both telling us some very exciting stuff about where hip hop is at and what we are about to see with the new Clipse album. But at the same time, we also heard some very disturbing things about the state of the music industry and how even these rappers have been treated, all because of what Drake decided to do when he filed paperwork against his label UMG. And now specifically, what I am talking about and what Push referred to here is the status of the new Clipse album, and within this, why the record was taking so long to drop. As Push said, it has been done for a decent amount of time at this point. But ironically enough, because this is how Clipse's career started before their first album we got from them in 2002 came out with another record in another label that we never saw, they got shelved and pushed back, which was pretty much happening here. But now it wasn't because Push and Malice are not proven artists who have legendary careers in this day and age, but it was because of something else, as Push told us that Def Jam loved the album and almost everything they heard, and that one thing that they didn't like was a verse from Kendrick Lamar on the track Chains and Whips. And now with this, just to look at what the interview straight up says, it tells us that if you expected the album last summer, the brothers sympathized, so did they. Pusha says they felt confident, proud, and assured of themselves when they presented the music to Def Jam. The label loved what they heard, except for Kendrick Lamar's guest verse on the Thunder.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. It was supposed to be done last summer. This was right after the beef. This was way before the whole entire thing. You know, like the Lawbury. This is before Aubrey turned into Lawbury. It was supposed to come out right after the beef. Apparently, Kendrick Lamar had nothing to say about Drake in that song. But they're still scared to drop because Kendrick and Pusha T are Drake's ops. So what did they do? They decided, hey, let's just drop them. They can go do whatever they want to do somewhere else. Which, in my opinion, let's continue. I think that Def Jam and UMG dropped them so that way Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar could do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's just my opinion. Let's continue.
Is Chains and Whips, the final version of the song that Pharrell teased at his first LV Runaway show, and the song that Pusha says was the first to come out of their sessions. Don't be fooled by Pusha's interviews appealing for one last guest verse and the jokes that he went to a GNX tour date to physically walk Kendrick Lamar into the nearest studio. K-Dot's verse homework has been turned in for a while now. And now also looking at this and hearing that Kendrick's verse has been done for a while is very interesting and telling, but now after saying this, the interview goes on to tell us why the verse was pushed back on by the industry, which was because after a summer of beef between their two biggest artists that resulted in a still ongoing lawsuit from Drake, Def Jam's parent company UMG blanched at the antagonistic optics of two of Drake's biggest enemies linking up on wax, which it calls their apprehension stupid, primarily because none of the bars in Kendrick's otherwise excellent verse could really be perceived as a shot or even subliminal. It does, however, contain the stellar line, "Therapy taught me how to open up, but it also showed me I don't give up." And now with this, well, I guess we just learned what some of the bars on Kendrick's verse.
Yo, Kendrick does not give a fuck. Kendrick does not give a fuck. Kendrick does not give a fuck. Oh man, you gotta love this shit. You gotta love this shit. It wasn't a shot. It's not a shot at Drake, but it's It's an important bar. He doesn't give a fuck. It's an important bar. I could see why they wanted him to censor it. But this is what I'm talking about. You're essentially getting rid or trying to get rid of a artist's freedom of speech. Come on, bro.
Has been turned in for a while now. And now also looking at this and hearing that Kendrick's verse has Def Jam's parent company UMG blanched at the antagonistic optics of two of Drake's biggest enemies linking up on wax, which it calls their apprehension stupid, primarily because none of the bars in Kendrick's otherwise excellent verse could really be perceived as a shot or even subliminal. It does, however, contain the stellar line, "Therapy taught me how to open up, but it also showed me I don't give up." And now with this, well, I guess we just learned what some of the bars on Kendrick's verse will say with the last sentence, which seems to allude to the duality and lessons learned in both the Mr. Morale and GNX era of his careers. But now in the much bigger picture of this thing and with what is said here, well, this is what rap and the expectations in the genre are going to start to look like in a world where Drake is trying to ruin the genre with his suit and overall just scare the industry into even engaging in artistic moments of victory and greatness like we have seen with Kendrick and Push right here. And again, why it's been so important to call out Drake and stay on him for the vulture that he really has become in this era is all because of seeing the struggles that Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar of all people have had to get out a song. Because really, if these two couldn't get out a song, this is all the reason why we need to keep pushing back and why Drake needs to lose here, otherwise rap is about to enter an era where things have never been more soft and expression as a whole will really be cooked. Because seriously, with what we are witnessing with what Push just told us, we were literally reading that we would have not got a song between Kendrick Lamar and Pusha T if Push didn't continue to push back on his label and then force Def Jam to drop him from the label as a whole and get him off the UMG roster. And even with this now, this is why Pusha T signed to Roc Nation as an independent MC to distribute this thing, and even with that, well, joining Jay after getting dropped is why Jay is so important to hip-hop and why we need...
See, Jay-Z is hip-hop. This is a really important time in hip-hop because right now music is booming. Like why wouldn't you sign Pusha T? He was in Kanye West music label. Why wouldn't you sign Pusha T? Why wouldn't you sign him? Let's
somebody like him to have the position he does, because his understanding of both the industry and hip-hop culture makes sure that everybody has a seat at the table in general, when it may be harder than ever to do that, especially because of what Drake has done. And again now, what we are seeing is an early example of how the Drake crash out and suit is trying to ruin artistic expression, because if we read what Push felt about this, the interview tells us Pusha can barely contain his disgust, recounting how the stalemate with Def Jam played out. They wanted me to ask Kendrick to censor his verse, which of course I was never doing, he explains, and then they wanted me to take the record off, and so after a month of not doing it, the label just said, "We'll just drop the Clipse, but that can't work because I'm still there solo, but if you let us all go." Sure enough, Def Jam eventually agreed to release the Clipse and drop Pusha as a solo artist, freeing the duo up to shop for a new home with a finished Clipse album and plenty more music in their pockets. Ultimately, Pusha says the endeavor was gratifying. It felt good to even see how other labels were buying for the project. And now, as they teased last week, with a picture in front of the label's plain insignia, they've ended up at Jay-Z's Roc Nation, where they feel fully supported and energized. I think that synergy, just in a rap sense, is
fully supported and energized. That is hip-hop. A label that is gonna support you in whatever you do, that's hip-hop. All this censoring bullshit, that's not hip-hop. Not at all.
It's going to speak volumes, Pusha says, of the partnership. And now, fortunately for Push, he ended up being a free agent and joining Jay-Z, but for most artists, they are not going to get this treatment from the label and will either be shelved alone or just forced to do what they say, which would have been to ruin the Kendrick Lamar verse like they asked and maybe even take it off entirely, because I am sure that Kendrick Lamar would not let only half or a fraction of his vision be released to the world without it actually having its full impact. But now also I will say, as bad as all of this stuff is in terms of the industry not wanting to hear Kendrick and Push together, there is some more good news here, as Push also does tease that Jay-Z is on this record, which once again just shows how much we are winning and how peak this thing is gonna be.
Jay-Z's out here rapping again. Oh shit. This is hip hop. This is fucking hip hop.
Just to put it into perspective, the article reads, so they're officially doing business with The Rock, and the Kendrick verse was never the feature Push kept alluding to and holding out for. Does this mean we're due for another Pusha and Jay-Z collaboration? And then in response to this, Push said, we made history a couple of times, Push said with a coy smirk, referring to the two elusive Jay features he's nabbed in the past. And now beyond this, Push unfortunately had to keep talking about Drake, as he was being asked how he felt about the weird disses he kept sending to him and Pharrell, and more importantly, Push was asked about the suit and what he thought about there, where he said, if Drake's adamant to have a lawsuit, it's only because he knows all the things they did to suppress everything that was happening around Adidon and the verses and records and things that were happening back then. And then Push alluded to instances in which the label ruined his verses because of the entire Drake situation, and he specifically cited the tracks with Rick Ross and Lil Wayne in Maybach Music 6 and the posthumously released Pop Smoke song with Young Thug. And once again, just saying something like this, Push is showing his own experience of how the industry had to hold him back for Drake, and again, he knows that Drake is...
What do y'all think of this whole thing? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think that verse is gonna say. Because if they're trying to censor it, it obviously, you know, it had to have some sort of repercussions behind it. And let me know if Kendrick Lamar is gonna redo his verse. If he's gonna redo his verse, oh shit.
Manipulated everything to help him and protect him for so long, which at the very least just shows us that something is so up, and we really have to thank Push for being one of the few rappers who just spoke up about Drake and the suit, and says about Drake now as a whole that because of this entire suit, I don't rate him no more, Pusha says off Drake's off-wax antics. The suing thing is bigger than some rap. I just don't rate you. Yeah. It's like it kind of just cheapens the art of once we gotta have real questions about suing and litigation. Like what? For this? And I mean, Push has just said what we all feel in a more direct and understandable way that most of us could never put into words like this, and really with this, well, what is so clear is that both with the song that Kendrick and Push have made together and with Drake, which just the principle of what he has been doing has tried to ruin this album and everything around it. Well, now Jay is helping Pusha and this song come out, and of course, these guys are all trying to move Drake out of the way so expression in hip-hop can reign over everything else. And I am sure that with what Kendrick has recorded and Push with whatever else we are going to see, over everything else, this record is truly going to be Drake's worst nightmare. But he has never deserved for it to happen more. And so now with all of this said, let me know, what do you think about what's going on with the Clipse, Pusha T, Kendrick Lamar, this entire record, and how Drake's suit has affected this album from being released for so long? Do you think this is a bad thing for hip-hop that is going to affect more rappers, or do you think this only pertained to Push and Kendrick here because of their past with Drake? To be honest, in terms of the full effect of this thing, I think it's too early to tell, but I think what we can say over everything is that now with us seeing that this is a reality and people are being held back because of Drake, we at least have to think about, and I am sure we will find out a lot more soon.
Okay, so here are my thoughts. I think Drake is a bitch. He is anti-hip-hop. And he should keep his fingers, thoughts, and just stay out of hip-hop. Feet out of hip-hop. Like, get the fuck out. Get out. Like, the culture doesn't want you here, bro. My thoughts are, if this is going to keep happening, Rock Nation is going to have a full a full staff. They're going to be staffed up really good. This is going to be crazy.
About how much this guy's temper tantrum and industry-wide crash out is ruining hip-hop and music as a whole. And again, hopefully Drake loses this thing so all of this can be put in the past. Now, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this. And now, if you made it to this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. And now, if you want to see how right before this, well, already with the new song Pusha T and Clipse released Ace Trumpets, it was so clear that between the song itself and the strategy going into this thing, that Push and Kendrick were ready to start something on the entire rap game like nobody else was ready for. Check out the suggested video.
Hey y'all, go check out Fantastic Hip Hop's video. Also go like and subscribe to Fantastic Hip Hop. So again, my thoughts. I think Drake is anti hip hop, and he should just continue to stay out of this industry because, like, he's bad for hip hop. Do I think that it's gonna happen? No. There are still people that want the Drake package per se, and a lot of people that owe Drake a lot of shit. So do I think that he's gonna stay out of hip hop? No. But I do think that people's eyes are open now to the fact that he is not hip hop. And he is very much anti hip hop. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Like the video so more people like yourselves can find it. I just want to also thank all of the new subscribers for subscribing to the Yatu Sabes community. Let's see here. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, I can't pull it up. But I just want to thank all the new subscribers for subscribing. I want to thank Alex for the super chat a couple days ago. And if you guys want to donate to the channel, there is the Cash App is right there on the screen. JTom Reactions 1. And that's it. Go ahead and follow the social medias as well. JTom Reactions right there. Go ahead and do y'all thing, man. It's been your boy JTom Reactions. I am out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. I'm going to be doing a lot more of this. I'm in school, so you're going to be seeing me doing these mobile reactions as well as the reactions in my office. It's been your boy JTom Reactions. I'm out this bitch. Ya tu sabes. You guys already know. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's fucking go.